Hello, 7th grade. Today is lesson 1.16. We'll be reviewing for our first benchmark on proportional relationships. We'll be doing a station on unit rate problems, a station on scale factor, a station on tables, a station on graphs, and a station on determining whether something is proportional or not. Let's get into it. So the first station is unit rate guided practice. Our problem is Miss Taylor and Mr. O'Banner are training for a triathlon that includes a long bike ride. Yesterday, Miss Taylor rode her bike 22 miles in 40 minutes, and Mr. O'Banner rode his bike 54 1/4 miles in 1 3/4 hours. What is the difference between Miss Taylor and Mr. O'Banner's rate in miles per hour? All right, first, let's highlight some important information. It says Miss Taylor rode her bike 22 miles in 40 minutes. Mr. O'Banner rode his bike 54 1/4 miles in 1 3/4 hours. We're looking for the difference between the two rates, and we're talking about miles per hour here. Really important that we are focusing in on miles per hour because Miss Taylor's information is given in minutes. We know that 40 minutes can be converted into an hour number, okay? So I know 40 minutes is the same as saying 40/60ths of an hour, which simplifies into 2/3 of an hour. All right, so instead of using that 40 minutes, since I'm dealing with miles per hour, I'm going to use that 2/3 of an hour. All right, so when I'm setting up my fraction to find the unit rate for Miss Taylor, I'm going with 22 miles over 2/3 of an hour. All right, and when we're looking to find the unit rate here, we're just going to divide 22 divided by 2/3. Remember, division is the same as multiplication of the inverse, so I'm going to do 22 times 3/2, which gives me 33 miles per hour. Again, important that we're in hours here. Mr. O'Banner rode 54 1/4 miles, and he accomplished that in 1 3/4 hours. All right, now this is difficult to deal with because I have mixed numbers. All right, so I'm going to convert these into improper fractions to deal with. So 54 1/4 miles can be written as 217 fourths of a mile over 1 3/4 hours, which would be 7/4 of an hour. All right, so again, I'm going to divide 217 over 4 divided by 7/4, multiplied by the inverse, 217 fourths times 4 over 7. 217 divided by 7 is 31. So I get 31 miles per hour for Mr. O'Banner. Remember, the question here asked us to find the difference in miles per hour. So I'm not done yet. I have to answer the question. We know Miss Taylor went faster. Miss Taylor was 2 miles per hour faster. And that is a perfect problem. All right, now you're going to do some practice on unit rate. Good luck.